So Meghan Markle and Ted Sarandos of Netflix, y'all, they've been some busy bees. They've been out there doing the Lord's work this week, doing a lot of future faking of Meghan Markle's upcoming cooking show, and of course, the launch of her lifestyle brand as ever. Meghan. They are working overtime trying to deflect from all of the negative press that they're getting from Prince Harry's visa row and also from Meghan Markle's low numbers for her cooking show. Now Meghan has become a little manic. She's becoming a little strange, I have to be honest. And she's taking it upon herself, which is always a bad idea. And she's gone over to Instagram with some very weird and fake and cringy Instagram posts and a very odd PR stunt that is abruptly blown up in her face. We have a lot of juicy Royal Daily Tea to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So before we get into today's video, I want to take a moment to talk about today's video sponsor, Craftsy. Now, a little confession, I am horrible at crafts. I got a C in home economics, but I've always secretly wanted to learn and master a couple of these skills like sewing and baking. Well, Craftsy makes it possible for people like me who are complete novices to pick up a brand new hobby. Now, Craftsy is an online community and resource where there's millions of crafters and DIY enthusiasts who come together to find creative inspiration, whether you're a beginner or you're an advanced learner who wants to advance your already known skills. Craftsy offers over 2,000 classes, and they are constantly adding new classes to the list. They have over 20 different categories like crochet, knitting, painting, photography, baking, even cake decorating. They have literally anything for anyone. Again, these classes are taught by award-winning experts and very easy step-by-step instructions that even people like myself can learn. Now, Craftsy has been very, very generous, and they are offering my subscribers a very special deal. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click on the link in my video and sign up will get a 1-year premium membership for only $1.49. Now, this is only valid for new memberships, and only the first 1,000 people will get this offer. So make sure, guys, you check out the link in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Take advantage of the premier membership. Let me know, guys, what class you are going to take in the comments down below. So Prince Harry's visa has finally been released to the public, and well, it's much to do about nothing. A very heavily redacted document. But are we surprised? No. Let's be honest here, guys. We are never going to see that application. It's just not going to happen because little Prince Harry is the world's biggest victim, but he's also a part of the 1%er elitist club. It is very much the Gwyneth Paltrow, I missed a day of skiing 1% privilege. Prince Harry will never ever be deported because they will always cover it up. He is protected, period. He's a royal prince, and his daddy is the sitting king of the UK. Do you really think they're going to expose his personal information? No, it's not going to happen. But what it does expose is quite a few things. One, it's so heavily redacted, it proves he has something to hide. If you're a person who's innocent and you just answered truthfully on the application, why the need to hide everything? Now, according to a chief Freedom of Information officer within the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, he said that releasing the material would, quote, would potentially expose the individual to harm from members of the public. Like we're all just going to show up with a bunch of pitchforks outside of his mansion in Montecito. Now, let's be honest here, guys. We all know he did it. We all know he lied. We all know that he liked to smoke a doobie or two or take some magic mushrooms and talk to toilets over at Courtney Cox's house. Why? Because he wrote about it in his book Spare, because he sat there with Dr. Gabor Mate for that cringy pay-per-view therapy session where he charged people $19.99 to watch him have therapy on television, where you got not one, but two copies of his book Spare. Oh, what a bargain, I take two. It was cringy. We all know he likes to use of illegal substances. We all know he likes to partake in some illegal substances because he brags about it often. So, would we be shocked that he lied on an application, or perhaps he just told them the truth? It doesn't matter because he's always going to get special treatment. So the fact that they released a redacted document, it's laughable. It's a waste of time, and quite frankly, it was a waste of trees to print out that ridiculous joke of a document that pretty much proves to the entire world he has princely privilege, he has something to hide, they're protecting him, and there's a cover-up. Again, Prince Harry, the world's greatest victim, who's able to travel around the United States, go to Nigeria, go to Colombia, the Bahamas, back and forth to the UK, perfectly fine, still likes to convince people that the public is out to get him. It used to just be the British media, the British media. But now it's the general public. We're all just a bunch of heathens out there with pitchforks trying to get poor little Prince Harry. Let's take out our little violins and play him a tune, shall we? Do we feel sorry for him? No. He got away with it. He's out there being smug. We all knew it was going to happen. But believe me, like Trump says, we all know that man has got bigger problems at home than his pesky visa issue. He has to stay with Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle could really be royalty. She really could. She could be the queen of the plastics. If y'all remember that movie Mean Girl, The Plastics, the next generation of Mean Girls, Meghan Markle could be the queen of plastics, because Meghan Markle is literally the poster child, the influencer for the unauthentic. Right now, being authentic, being real is what's in social media, on television, on YouTube videos, TikTokers now. Everyone is going to be themselves. The biggest thing on TikTok right now is telling stories. People like to hear a story. They don't just want perfect people and perfect editing. So Meghan Markle, unfortunately for her, she's always behind the times, or perhaps she is starting a new trend of being unauthentic. Because over there on Instagram, Meghan Markle looks like Pinterest threw up all over her page. It's giving me trad wife. It's giving me under his eye, may the Lord open, blessed be thy fruit. It's giving me trad wife, handmaiden tale vibes. It is nothing about being a feminist, a warrior princess. It is a knockoff of Martha Stewart. This is a woman who likes everyone to think she's a gardener, as she posts photos of her doing her daily rituals of picking onions and produce from her massive garden in pristine clothing, with a photograph taken from above from a professional photographer. Nothing screams authentic like having a professional photographer follow you around your backyard in your pristine clothing. So, besides Meghan Markle's unauthentic Instagram post, where she's the queen of unauthenticity, she is now taken to, I guess, paying for ads or getting people to make posts. So, this is really, really weird and cringy, and it just kind of came out of left field. So, over on her Meghan page, she put up a post which was kind of a throwback to when she was in school at this Catholic school, I think it's called Immaculate Heart, where they went to their Instagram page and they put up a picture of Meghan Markle posing next to a picture of the Virgin Mary. It was for their Mary Day, and it says, "Congratulations to Immaculate Heart alumni Meghan Markle, class of '99, on the renewal of her Netflix series and launch of our new podcast. We're delighted to share a very special throwback photo from her time at Immaculate Heart, honoring our cherished tradition of Mary's Day, a reflection of our legacy of sisterhood, support, and panda spirit. As we begin preparations for this year's Mary Day celebration, we proudly carry forward the traditions that make our school community so special." So then Meghan shares that on her Instagram, and it is a cute photo of a young Meghan back in '99. And she writes, "When your dear friend from middle school, high school sends you something from your alma mater, it brings back the biggest smile to your face. Go Pandas! Thanks, Sush." And then the update, "And thank you so much for this very sweet caption. Means so much." And then she put the name of the Instagram page for her high school. Now, nothing screams like a paid advertisement, perhaps a very large donation to her school. And I find it interesting how they talked about the quote, renewal of her Netflix series and the launch of her podcast. Sounds like Meghan Markle really is getting desperate to advertise her show and her upcoming podcast, even using her old high school. The other thing I found interesting about her reposting, of course, it wasn't Meghan Markle's idea. Absolutely not. It wasn't. She didn't send them the photograph and said, "Hey guys, why don't you post about the renewal of my upcoming cooking show? Oh, and my new podcast." They just automatically decided to have an epiphany and put out a random photo of Meghan Markle just off the top, off the cuff, right? I don't think so. I think this was very, very orchestrated. But the other thing I find very, very interesting was that she said it came from one of her dear, dear, dear middle school, high school friends. Thanks, Sush. Not even tagging the person. And I like this random person that we've never heard of before, because we all know Meghan Markle doesn't really have any old friends from high school. Remember, Meghan Markle was the loner who ate her lunch in the bathroom. She wasn't popular at all, didn't have any friends. That's why she joined all those organizations, so she could have friends. But who is this random person? Shush. More like, shh. I made it up. Shh. This person doesn't exist. Because she called her name Sush. Shush, as in shh. I do find it a little bit suspicious. I don't believe this person actually just randomly sent Meghan Markle this photo and maybe recommended it to the school. None of it makes any sense how it just popped up on their Instagram. I believe 100% this was a paid PR stunt in the form of a very large donation that Meghan Markle perhaps made to her school. What do y'all think about this? Is it a coinky-dink? Did they just decide to go to their archives and put up a photograph of little Miss Megsy Markle? I don't think so. I think this is very cringy and very, very fake. But you guys, it's going to get even cringier. So Meghan Markle did her cringiest PR stunt yet. And in my opinion, this completely backfired in her face. Now, we all know that Meghan Markle stalks us, that she watches the YouTubers, social media, she reads the tabloids, and apparently her or her staff are also looking after influencers and podcasters. Now, there was a very interesting podcaster who, after watching Meghan Markle's show, proclaimed that she was very, very nervous for Meghan Markle. Now, there's a woman by the name of Amanda Hirsch who runs a podcast that's pretty popular called Not Skinny But Not Fat. And she has interviewed quite a few people, quite a few celebrities have appeared on her show. She has over 800,000 followers. Now, I've never heard of this lady before, but apparently she's like a pop culture podcaster. Now, she did watch Meghan Markle's show, and basically, she said it was cringy. She said, "Okay, guys, I'm genuinely concerned for Meghan. I'm not a Meghan hater at all. It feels like a Blake Lively situation. I understand that some people think she's unauthentic. I get that. I'm so scared for her that this Netflix show will make those claims stronger. From the trailer, it looks like it might." Now, I'm going to go ahead and play for you her clip here.
I don't hate her like a lot of the world does. I don't know. I understand that some people are like, she's inauthentic. I get it. And what I'm so scared for her is that this Netflix show will make those claims stronger. From the trailer, it looks like it might be like kind of trying to be a Martha Stewart situation that feels a little forced. In the trailer, at least, doesn't seem like she's going to come across relatable, which I feel like she'll want to try to be. And I'm just scared for her, Meghan. Why'd you have to go do that? Consult with me, like I would have told you.
Now, as you can see, she was being, I guess, sarcastic, kind of saying, "Oh, Meghan, dear, you messed up. You should have consulted me. I would have told you not to do this." Well, Meghan Markle decided to send her a handwritten letter. Now, this looks like something Charles Manson would have scribbled in his prison cell. And to me, a lot of people are confused. How is this letter interpreted? Was Meghan Markle displaying a personality? Was she being sarcastic? Was she playing to the crowd? Or was she threatening? Was this scary? Was this eerie? How should one take it? So let's read what the letter says. It says, "Dear Amanda, I heard you were feeling scared. Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it. Forever, Meghan." And she has that very weird writing, which is not calligraphy. It's a very fancy cursive where she overdoes these little curly cues on the end. And of course, she had her Duchess Meghan monogram. So again, are we being punked? Is she playing to the crowd? Is she being sarcastic? Is she making a joke at her own expense? Or is she being kind of mean and sarcastic to the podcaster for what she said about her being scared? Now, there was another podcast that had a hilarious take on what they interpreted Meghan Markle's letter to mean. Go ahead and listen here.
Amanda Hirsch, Not Skinny But Not Fat, had posted on her Instagram the trailer of With Love, Meghan. She said, "I'm scared for Meghan." She wrote a handwritten letter to Amanda saying, "Dear Amanda, I heard you were feeling scared. Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it."
Like, I actually do not, I know all of this happened in English. I understand that this is my native tongue. I have no idea what's going on.
Claudia, this is the fun part. Let's enjoy it. That's a threat.
Oh. Do you think so?
This is a threatening letter from an enemy.
Oh my God, it might as well have been written in blood.
It might as well have been like, "Don't be. This is the fun part. Let's enjoy it." Because that's saying, like, if you don't enjoy it, you won't have fun.
No, here's what she's saying. "Let's enjoy it." With a gun to her head.
Let's enjoy it, Claudia. You better fucking enjoy it.
You know, it's like, here's Johnny. Let's enjoy it. Here's Meghan.
Now, I do find that hilarious, and I have to agree, it is a little bit sinister. It's kind of like what attackers tell people, "I'm not going to hurt you. It's going to be okay. Shh. kind of the don't be frightened, don't be afraid. This is the fun part. Enjoy it, Meghan. Like, I don't know how to take it. Is she having a go at this podcaster? But you have to be honest. This is giving me the Dear Daddy vibes. Do y'all remember that? When Jason Knopf sat there with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and they were writing up that letter to her father because the Queen had asked her to make amends with her family, and Meghan refused, but she says, I'm going to write him a letter. I'm going to send it in the post. So she sat down and wrote that letter, and she told Jason Knopf, I'm going to call him Daddy. We're going to refer to him as Daddy because that is going to pull on the heartstrings of people. She literally said that because Meghan Markle and her entire team, they knew 100%, y'all, that letter was going to be for public consumption. And they still sued the tabloids and won for publishing the letter. Meghan wrote that letter knowing that her dad was going to make it public, which he had every right to do. It was his private property. Just like this letter, Meghan knew this podcaster was obviously going to share it with her 800,000 followers. Again, she's desperate. Anything to get clout, anything to look like I'm a nice person, y'all. So Meghan Markle sends out this postcard to this podcaster who, let's be honest, was taking the mickey out of her, okay, was ribbing her, and she's trying to win them over. Now this woman's like, oh my God, you have a fan for life. I need a monogram, stat. So did it work? Yeah, because all of the news organizations are talking about it. But is it really going to win over the public? Not necessarily. Again, a lot of people found this to be very creepy. I thought it was a little creepy, and it reminded me of the letter that she wrote to her father. Everything with Meghan Markle is very, very calculated. Nothing is authentic. Again, she's the queen of the plastics, the queen of the unauthentic. Everything about her screams fake and contrived. She is just a robot. She's vapid. There's nothing going on inside, just like they said in South Park. Hello, hello, hello. There's nothing in there, folks. Behind her beady Charles Manson eyes, there's nothing. So what do y'all think about these publicity stunts? Is she getting desperate? Is she turning manic? These fake high school friends that just randomly send photos, and old high schools decide to donate a section of their Instagram squares to honor an alumni, and of course the creepy postcard to a podcaster. I mean, is this it, Meghan? Is this where we're at? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you think she's hit rock bottom? And do you think her and Netflix is starting to panic a little bit about her upcoming cooking show? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.